So tip number 3 in how to put together your own show garden is find quality sponsors and then really look after them. So a garden like this, if you had to pay for all of the elements, would cost you around $40,000. A garden at the Melbourne Flower Show could cost upward of $100,000. So you cannot do it alone. So just making sure you really take care of your sponsors. So here we have the Ability Box by Schema. And Schema is a really amazing design studio in Clunes in Central Victoria. Make sure you tell that story of the designer, of where the products come from. This hasn't actually reached the market yet. It will be fantastic for raised garden beds on balconies, on rooftop gardens, even in your own home. But the idea is that because it's made out of Corten steel and also galvanized steel, it's much lighter than, say, concrete or sleeper retaining walls, and so it's excellent. You can also put a false bottom in the bottom, so you can only garden in the top section, which then also makes it lighter. We have the bath here that has been supplied by Reece, and we have the vanity unit, which is also a brand new product by Reece. And Reece has been really good to us. They've come on board, they've freighted this to us at their cost, and they've been an amazing company, an amazing sponsor to have, so we're very happy to have Reece on board. These pavers have come from Anston Pavers, who are very high quality concrete paver. These corners are going to chip much less likely than if it was 2 tiles of stone. Often stone that has been mited at this corner looks beautiful, but unfortunately after about 6 months, and when you roll the wheelie bin over or you chip it with high heel shoes, this corner will chip if you use stone tiles. But here we have a moulded concrete finish. They create this in a mould to specifications by the designer. So this has been made specifically for this show garden, and they can do that at your place as well. So if you have a situation where you can't get material off the rack that will work with your drop-down face on your swimming pool or creating a step feature in your garden, then Anston Pavers is a fantastic place to go. One of our other sponsors here at Grand Designs Live is the Pressed Tin Panel Company in Bathurst in New South Wales. They also have a distributor here in Melbourne called Period Details, and I'm sure they have distributors in other states as well, and particularly New South Wales where they manufacture. Pressed metal, in this case pressed aluminium, is really making a comeback in Period homes. It's used as ceilings, but now it gets used as splashbacks in kitchens. I've seen it used in a bathroom. And here I've used it in a semi-outdoor setting. Schema in Clunes has also supplied and sponsored this steel edging. And it's this edging system that so I'll just show that a bit better. Schema. It's an edging system that uses adjustable parts to allow you to raise or lower the edging. Now, the way I've got it here is the way you would use it in a rooftop garden. You would perhaps tile on this side, so these black plastic bits would be hidden below the tiles. And then you can plant the inside up, and you've got a shallow profile, and it helps to hold the growing media back on a rooftop garden, or pebbles if there's a drainage feature in here as well for a rooftop garden. The one I've got here is fully adjustable in height, so you can move it up and down, and this is more for your garden use. And this little stake here is exactly what it is. It's a built-in stake. So once you get everything level and you put the steel in here and you can create corners, they also have other pieces where you can create sort of diamond shapes. They've got lots of different pieces of this very strong, durable plastic material. And then when you've got everything in line, you hammer this into the ground, and so it holds your steel in place. And that way you don't need to, normally if you're using Corten steel in the garden as edging, or even mild steel in the garden, you need to somehow brace it. So often people will need to weld stakes into the material, or they'll need to use quite a lot of Corten material so they can bury the bottom half so it's stable. This way, very quick and easy, you just place all of these in, get it all level, screw this up and down to get it to the right height, and then hammer this in. I wasn't able to secure sponsorship for the plants, so I bought all the plants. But if I were to secure sponsorship, again, that's building relationships with your suppliers, and then also on top of that, you need to make sure these plants go back in the same condition they came to you. Look after them, water them. I've been misting these because we're indoors. I've been misting them to make sure they look healthy. So get good sponsors and then look after them. That's tip number 3.